Streaming. Und we are now live.
Vì sao live? Live? Không biết xem.
I'm adjusting the volume. Well, I'm making noise so that Starburst can check to see if the volume is fine.
Okay, I can hear you. Can't hear me. Yeah, we're good.
Franziska von Kama, she's so pretty. February 9th, 11:15 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Where, unfortunately, Larry... Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm not really sure what to say.
Yeah. Just sharing the screen. Do. My foot's asleep. I hope that's really important to know. At least my neck's not broken like it was last night. It wasn't actually broken.
Well,
but it didn't.
Well, like I always say, just pour some hot coffee on it. That'll wake it up.
Why are you Godo?
I might be.
I might be.
Bitch, I might be.
Iris, we only have 20 minutes. There are two.
There are two? There are two? Are you still there?
Can you not hear me? Hello?
You cut out completely after there are two.
Oh. There are two things which I need to ask you before we reconvene.
Alright, I'll help you any way I can.
First, about that night. You really didn't go to the temple, correct? The last witness claims to have met and talked with you in the training hall. Either you or Sister Bikini is lying.
Mr. Edgeworth, it is just as I said yesterday. Until the incident occurred, I was in my own room, in Hazakura Temple.
Very well. The second thing, then. That night, the temple snowmobile was used in between the times Sister Bikini returned to the main hall and when she bore witness to the murder. Sometime between 10:30 and 11 p.m. that night. Were you the one who used the snowmobile?
There is only one key for the snowmobile. The only person who could have used it was me.
So it was you. But why? What made you go out to the Dusky Bridge?
I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. Psycholock time.
Holy! Iris.
I can't tell you about that yet.
Yet.
Not until her safety is confirmed.
Her.
The safety of the Acolyte.
The Acolyte, huh? Maya? She must be talking about Maya Fey.
And definitely not Pearl, as one streamer stupidly assumed.
Really?
Yeah.
That was not my first thought. At all.
Good, because Edgeworth is right.
Iris, look me in the eye and tell me the truth. Did you kill Elise Dunham?
Don't. Yeah, don't. No matter who or what may come, I could never take a life.
As I
You cut out there again.
As I thought, no psycho. Very well. It is my job to get to the truth. And only the truth. You'll discover this for yourself soon enough.
I will soon discover what my job is.
I mean, it ain't his normal job.
11:36. Court will now reconvene, eh? Miss Von Karma, where is the witness? During the break, a man was detained for suspicious behavior in the gallery.
Suspicious behavior?
On suspicion of being Larry. He was sketching something very intensely. Dare I ask what the witness was sketching when he was detained? He drew a terrifying woman, armed with a demonic face and a vicious whip. I can only presume that his intention was to... Anyway, it's time to drag this pathetic excuse for an artist before the court. Lois Dunham, I hope you're ready. Get in here.
It would seem the whip is going to see plenty more. It's going to see plenty more use today.
Good. I hope that bitch Larry suffers. Ouch! Your sketch is in contempt of this court. Hey, I was just artistically rendered. Ouch! You tried to run away from the bailiff who is trying to hand you your subpoena, correct? Look, I'm nothing but a fledgling artist, training out in the mountains. I'm only down here in the city because I ran out of green paint. Well, to use the technical term for the color, viridian.
Larry, no one gives a fuck.
Oh, okay, I'm going to need you to be the judge if I'm going to be Franziska and Larry at the same time.
Okay, I can't do the accent though.
It's fine. Just read the lines.
This is an art store, now is it?
Is it not? I know. I totally graduated junior high, right? Right? Look, art is all about working in the fields, isn't it?
Working in the fields. I presume he wanted to say field work, I hope?
That's it. Thanks, best buddy.
It's kind of sad that I was able to understand his mangled train wreck of a sentence.
That's Larry. I just happened to stop in here and found a wonderful new model. So see, I've got nothing to do with this trial. At all. I expect all of your faces to be red when you realize this mistake. Bright red. Or to use the technical term, Crimson Lake. Ouch! 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 Stop your pathetic babbling and testify like a man.
Refrain from whipping me, Miss Karma. Cross-whipping is as bad as cross-checking.
You got it, I'm Canadian.
Witness? That was all your fault. Testify now.
This is too much for me. What I saw. I was at that lodge out in the mountains, looking up at the stars that night. I walked the bridge a number of times, but I didn't see a snowmobile. I didn't see anyone at that bridge that night either. The girl I was waiting for didn't show up. My teacher died on me. I'm all alone now. Aren't I edgy?
Witness, please refrain from talking directly to the lawyers during your testimony.
I'm just a nobody. Nothing but a small, worthless man, aren't I?
Yes.
And why wasn't I asked for my name and occupation? Or anything else?
Mr. Edgeworth, this man seems to have quite a severe
Inferiority complex? Really? I find it quite simple. And you've cut out again. Hello? Hello? Oh my god, I'm being haunted by the cyber ghost of Starburst.
Can you hear me?
Okay, now I can hear you.
Okay.
I have no idea why this keeps happening tonight.
I don't know. He's recently been the cause of numerous incidents. I think he's finally realized for himself just how much of a nuisance he has been to other people.
Yeah, that's right. I'm behind everything. Every case. I was the mastermind all along. Watch out, okay? Just touching me will make you eternally unhappy. Don't I know it?
Don't I know it? Well then, let's proceed with the cross-examination. With no touching, thank you. We can delve into other details at a later time.
I was at that lodge out in the mountains looking up at the stars that night.
Were you? Were you really? Question.
Hold it!
Whatever is the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? One single statement is full of contradictions. For a moment there, I thought I was going to collapse.
So, witness? Any idea as to where these contradictions in your testimony lie? Depending on your answer, I may stay my VIP. Okay, give me a minute. Well, it was snowing that night, so I couldn't possibly have seen the stars. That rundown shack is hardly a lodge, is it? And even if the stars could be seen, it isn't like I was there to look at them, right? God, that face.
The face is the face. It says it all.
Does this look unsure to you? See, you can do it if you try. Ouch! There is only one issue here. What you saw at Dusky Bridge. I walked the bridge a number of times, but...
Press! Let's press it all. A number of times? How many?
maybe 5 times? I went once every 20 minutes.
Which means... you spent almost 2 hours at Heavenly Hall that day. That night.
You bet. Real love is about waiting with your heart in your hands.
Oh my god. Love, you say? Oh, I remember love.
Don't be silly, Witness. As we all know, love does not exist.
It was the man's intention to summon the defendant to the small shack, using this blackmail letter. But blackmail?
No, that was simply a product of overflowing love. You huffy-puffy, loosey-goosey excuse for a whimpering, whining wuss of a witness.
So, what did you see? I hope for your sake you saw a snowmobile. You huffy-puffy, lousy-goosey excuse for whimpering, whining wuss of a witness, eh?
Lousy? Lousy-goosey?
I said Lucy.
No, you said lousy.
No, I said Lucy.
You said lousy. We've got it on tape.
Alright,
well,
maybe it came out
Lucy.
lousy, but I said Lucy. Being called those names doesn't seem to bother him at all.
I didn't see a snowmobile.
Larry! You really didn't see it.
Hey, no need to hit your desk. I can hear you. I didn't see it. I didn't see a snowmobile.
Larry, say snowmobile for me, please.
Snowmobile.
You truly have nothing to hide. Then why are you staring like you just flew over a cuckoo's nest?
Shut up! What is this? I don't know. Don't ask me.
Seems I'll need to start from a more obvious contradiction. We strike the blow that will finally get him to spill the beans.
I didn't see anyone at the bridge that night either.
Sure, Larry.
So he didn't see anyone at all?
Yeah, I was gonna say Phoenix, right?
But I'm guessing you're gonna want to press it anyway.
Yeah, just to see what he says. You didn't meet anyone, not even Phoenix Wright.
That's right, because I've got nothing to do with this. I'm just here to buy some Viridian paint, okay? On my way to Viridian City. Come on, I expect to see those crimson-like faces, now.
It would appear that simply pressing him isn't going to be enough, Mr. Edgeworth. He's dumb as fuck.
You're going to have to stab him. Here, have this knife.
Indeed. Seems that he's going to claim to have nothing to do with this to the end. I should present Mr. Wright's profile. I don't want this guy to cost us any more time. I need to slice through his obvious contradictions to keep things moving along. To prevent Wright's profile.
Larry, I have a present for you. It's right.
Objection!
Larry Butts. I can understand why you might want to throw your old life away.
But you should have thrown out your body as well. You should have just jumped off the cliff into Eagle River.
You're pretty pathetic, and you cause all sorts of trouble.
Sorry. Please forgive me.
But having realized just how much of a nuisance you have been, that could be considered a step in the right direction.
Edgy, are you trying to console me?
It certainly doesn't sound that way to me. However, I cannot forgive you from simply turning away from the instance you create.
Well, I'm just a little baby. You're totally pinning this on me.
Now then, let's talk about the night of the murder. Sister Bikini, after seeing the murder take place, asked Phoenix Wright to report it. Thus, he headed for the public phone by the bridge. There, he happened to cross a certain nefarious individual. You, Larry Butt.
That's right, me in the flesh.
Listen carefully, witness. It doesn't matter if you change your name. As long as you remain pretty pathetic, you will continue to cause these incidents. The reality will not change. You're a dumbass.
But what do you want me to do then?
Larry, what you need to change is your inner self. But for now, what you saw that night, testifying truthfully about this one issue is all I need from you.
Eddie, I think I've finally woken up. Well, I guess I could still be sleeping. But anyway, I'll do it. I'll testify. Well, I'm not sure this will go especially well.
I'll ask again, then, witness. What did you see on the night of the murder?
I watched The Incredibles on Blu-ray.
Oh, I see. Was it good?
No, it's the worst Pixar movie by far. Nowhere near as good as Cars.
Cars. You know, fucking Larry would like Cars, wouldn't he?
I went to the shack at around 9, so it would have been about 10:30 p.m. I was lying under my bedding when a white flash almost blinded me. I looked out the window, and Dusky Bridge was on fire! There was still some thunder, but I went right away to check it out. That's when I ran into Nick.
You certainly saw quite a lot, didn't you?
So, what happened to the bridge after it caught on fire? It was like me after a 3-day stint chasing a girl. It totally burnt out, like almost totally gone. I mean, trying to cross the burning remains was what caused Nick to fall. What did you say?
Oh, don't worry. It's nothing life-threatening. He just caught a cold.
I never know with that man if he should be called lucky or unlucky.
Now, Mr. Edgeworth, please commence your class examination.
I went to the shack at around 9, so it would have been about 10:30 p.m.
What did you do out there in the cold for an hour and a half?
Well, if you really must know, I was busy rubbing one out, I guess.
Rubbing one out? Rubbing one out. Dare I even ask?
I set the meeting time as 10 p.m., right? But I couldn't wait, and I thought she might come early too.
Oh my god!
What?
Oh
You've
God.
done it again.
Why does this always happen?
Because Larry's a fuck.
Well, it appears she didn't come at all in the end.
Yep, that's how most of my dates go. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Because they never arranged to meet in the first place, did they? Shut up! Don't come picking my fond memories apart. Anyway, I was getting a little worried. I thought maybe Iris had lost her way. So, every 20 minutes or so, I went out to the bridge. But I didn't see anything particularly suspicious. I didn't have anything else to do, so I went back to the shack to wait for her. I was laying under my bedding when a white flash almost blinded me.
The light was the force.
Lightning. Like, kapow! Like a slap from Naomi, honestly. A big bada boom. Yeah. Or a little like that. That's more like a punch from Miranda.
Witness, did you actually see the lightning hit the bridge?
Well, I was a bit startled by the flash of light, so... I looked out the window, and Dusky Bridge was on fire!
Seeing that, what did you do?
What do you think? I was burning up as well, from the fire in my heart!
Oh my god.
And that's why you went to take a look at the bridge? Well, to be honest, it was freezing cold, so at first I thought, fuck it, not my problem. I'm not leaving my covers. But it had pretty much stopped snowing, so I don't know. I changed my mind.
Changed your mind, huh? I'm not sure I care for the forget attitude you had at first, Miss.
There was still some thunder, but I went right away to check it out.
You said right away, but exactly how long after strike was that?
The lightning fell, and then the bridge caught on fire. Maybe around 5 minutes. I mean, I suddenly thought, gotta go check this out. How far is this small shack you were in from the bridge? Hold on. Well, it had pretty much stopped snowing. It's about a 5-minute walk.
And how did Dusty Bridge look when you got there?
Like I'd recovered a piece of my childhood. I mean, not even the bonfires kids make during school camping trips can compare.
Well, should I press him for a little more information?
Why didn't you call anyone?
anyone?
Why did you go to the bridge?
Why
No,
didn't
the
you
less
call
butts in my life, the better. Not right now.
Larry, let me ask you one thing.
What is it, Edgy? What's with the serious face? Are you gonna ask me out finally?
No. God, no. Why didn't you call anyone?
Huh? What do you mean?
Normally, when faced with a towering inferno, one would try and call someone. There's a public phone right by Dusty Bridge, correct?
Well, of course I thought of doing that.
Then, let's hear why you did.
Yeah, okay. My reason. It isn't that I didn't try to tell anyone. I just didn't have time to. Okay?
Oh yeah, that's really convincing, Larry. I'm totally convinced. You said right away.
Why did you go to the bridge?
So you suddenly thought to check out the bridge. Doesn't that mean that you had no intention of doing so?
Well, yeah, I guess it does. It was really cold. I didn't really want to go out there.
If that's the case, why did you change your mind? I would like to hear your reasoning. In which case, please give testimony to that effect, witness.
My reasoning? Okay. Reasoning, is it? Reason. What is that thing?
Why did I do this?
Why did I do that? I thought I'd never get another chance to see something so big burning.
Hold it! Okay. So you decided to go and see what was happening?
That's right. We're talking about a massive suspension bridge burning up to high heaven. That's not something you see every day. A real specular... Like, really special?
Can we really trust a witness who is unable to pronounce spectacle? Not spectacular, spectacle? Spectacle? One is spectacular. I thought that's what I was gonna say was spectacular, not spectacle.
It was a spectacle. It was a spectacular.
I thought he was gonna say spectacular event. I don't know. Life seems to love hitting those poor witness below the belt.
motto is to hit life back as hard as I can. I'll give you a few hits too if you'd like. This my bib.
You told me about the burning bridge yesterday. But there's still something that doesn't quite fit. It looks like, despite his change of heart, Larry still isn't telling us the whole truth.
Larry gonna Larry.
Wait, did we read through everything? I guess so. Don't we have a report about when Dusty Bridge fell on fire? What? 10:45. Around 30 minutes passed between the fire starting and going out. Let's read Larry's thing again. I wanted to check hour 9.
Hold it!
If I do this, does it restore the previous last statement?
Hold it!
I arrived at the bridge and Nick showed up less than a minute later.
You claim to have arrived at the bridge at the same time as Wright.
Yeah. I thought I'd better tell someone about this. But then Nick came up yelling about murder. It totally made me forget about the bridge. Fire was pretty much out by then anyway.
What's this feeling? I suddenly have a terrible case of unease.
It was after contacting the police that Phoenix Wright fell from the bridge, correct? Yeah, that's pretty much it. More or less.
He told me about the bridge, but still something that doesn't quite fit. It's like,
Okay, I think I've got something now.
I arrived at the bridge. I mean, he was already at the bridge, wasn't he? I mean, we know that. How can we prove that?
Well, Larry's saying he got to the burning bridge, and then Nick showed up less than a minute later, but the fire was pretty much out by then. But this says the fire was burning for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So this might be it. I honestly don't remember.
Objection!
Okay, it is.
There we go. Your very existence being a contradiction, I'm not sure if you can grasp this or not.
That's a reaction image. What the hey, Edgy? You make me sound like I'm some sort of... You make me sound like some sort of alien with a scratchy throat.
Because your testimony is conclusively contradictory. The problem here is time.
I've never been the best timekeeper, you know. 3 minutes after Billy leaves on foot, you follow him on your bicycle. How long does it take for you to catch up with him? Terrible at those.
Okay.
You still have your word problem trauma?
I have trauma from a lot more than just that, but yes. This is much more simple.
A lot like you, come to think of it.
You saw the lightning strike Dusky Bridge. Immediately went to see what happened. Is that correct?
Yeah, well, I wasted about 5 minutes first, but more or less.
I have the weather data from the night of the murder here. According to this, the lightning fell at 10:45 p.m. You say it takes less than 5 minutes from the shack to Dusky Bridge. Meaning you probably got there at around 11 p.m.
That all sounds about right, I guess. And then Nick showed up and did his falling act.
That is impossible.
What do you mean?
11 p.m. is when the murder occurred in Hazakura Temple. Thus, Wright was still there in the courtyard. There's no way that Larry could have encountered him at Dusky Bridge at that time.
Excuse me, I have an Igiari.
You do.
Edgy, how many times do I have to say this? I'm not Larry, I'm Marie Stoneham. Get It has not been proven that the murder occurred at 11 p.m. The sister only said around 11. In which case, it could have been earlier than that.
Watch your footing there, Miss Franziska von Karma. The slope ahead is slippery.
Oh, thank you, I didn't notice. I could have fallen.
But there's no way that Wright could have been at Dusky Bridge at 11 p.m.
And why not?
It is clearly written here in the weather data report. It took around 30 minutes for the bridge to burn out. Therefore, the bridge must have been burning until at least 11:15 p.m. Which means, what exactly? Wright did not see the bridge while it was being consumed by the flames at night. In fact, he did not arrive at the scene until after the flames had died down.
Let the flames die down.
Larry! You arrived at the bridge at 11 p.m. But Wright did not make it there until at least 11:15. I suggest you stop hiding things and just tell us the whole truth. Now then. What happened during those missing 15 minutes?
I feel like I just got brutally woken up by toilets flashback. Gross. I guess I was still sleeping after all, huh?
Order in the court.
So there was a missing 15 minutes prior to meeting Phoenix, right? I hardly see that as much of a problem. Yeah, not much of a problem at all.
Really? The bridge is burning before your eyes, and there is a phone right next to it. Why then did you not report the accident? Yes, witness, why didn't you? Were you there simply to watch the bridge burn?
Kind of.
And therein lies the problem. For even after the bridge had burnt out, he was still there. Staring into space, this witness didn't even attempt to fulfill his civic duty.
You think Larry pays his taxes?
No.
That's what it sounds like.
But this is Larry we are talking about, and even he is incapable of being so stupid, I think.
Are you sure about that?
Which means that it has to be a reason for his inaction.
Edgy. I think it's about time I got serious with you, dude.
I thought you were playing with us all this time.
Yeah, it's been real fun. I like hanging out with you guys. Listen, I'm going to tell you everything. Are you sure you want to hear it all?
Yes.
I may really say it this time. Everything. Then say it.
Very well. I have a terribly bad feeling about this, however. Let's have the witness finally give us the whole truth.
And nothing but the truth.
Now, for this 15-minute gap, what were you doing, witness?
Rubbing one out.
Not again.
I'm a donim. I'm an artist. What do you think I was doing? Rubbing one out? Sketching! In front of the bridge! I was whipped up into a frenzy of art, so I whipped it out.
Oh my god.
The shock and awe that I was feeling, I transferred it all directly onto the page.
Oh my god.
Before I realized it, the flames had gone out. And then he came running up. Ow.
I suppose artists can be strange folk.
That's right. I'm willing to sacrifice everything in order to draw the perfect sketch.
Including the truth from the sound of it. Mr. Edgeworth, has this removed the last of your doubts?
Not at all, Your Honor.
Not at all, Your Honor. One very large doubt still remains. What would that be? Your mom, Your Honor. This is a surprisingly believable story, especially considering the. So why did he think? So why did he think he needed to hide it from us until now?
So why did he think? That doesn't sound like the Larry Butts I know.
I intend to drag the reason out of him.
I've got this fishing pole right here. I'm going to stick it down his neck. I'm going to stick it down his throat. You'll regret this, Edgy. I already regret meeting you. I'm doing meme. I'm an artist. What do you think I was doing?
Tell us, Larry.
My name is Maurice. Get it right. Things like that will keep you from being popular with the ladies like I am.
Just who exactly are you?
I'm Maurice Donim, apprentice extraordinaire. Ladies.
That's what he calls himself in any. Then you are an artist?
Of course, I'm an artist, the real thing.
Yet again, that's what he calls himself.
Names mean nothing. There is only one issue I care to discuss. But will you do it? And don't say rubbing one out, or I'll beat you.
That is a very big issue indeed.
Sketching in front of the bridge. I whipped it out.
Whipping out? The burning bridge?
Burning bridge and everything that came with it.
What came with it?
Yeah, I came with it. You want to hear this from my lips, do you, Edgy? My soft, supple lips. You'll regret this. You're making... Enough! Just take that ridiculous sketch of yours out already, witness. What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean.
That does appear to be the fast. That does appear to be the fastest solution. I said, like, we'll leave it to you, Mr. Edgeworth. What should I do? I've got a terrible feeling that the instant the sketch is revealed, the entire world may be changed by what's depicted in there. The sketch.
Leave it alone, or look at the sketch. Isn't it
Look at the
neat?
sketch.
What do you think? Blah, 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 blah.
Larry, I wonder if you could show us your sketch, please.
Well, well. Even I couldn't have imagined it'd turn out like this.
Imagine what?
That Maurice Donim's debut would take place here, today, like this. Oh! Show it. Now. Okay, but steel yourselves. This is the world of Maurice Donim.
Well, so this is Dusky Bridge, correct? Quite a large bridge, isn't it? Your response, Miss Von Karma.
Yes, well, it's a better drawing than I expected, isn't it? Isn't it? I struggled to reproduce those flames. I really did.
Yes, I'm sure you did. This is going to get ugly.
Like Larry's face.
This village bring it up, it seems. With the little figure that looks like someone jumping over. This mysterious flying object. Harry,
What?
the burning bridge is fine,
Thank you.
but what is that unfortunate-looking figure?
Ah, you spotted that? I thought you might. It's your mom.
However much I might want to ignore it, I can't.
Don't ignore your mom. That's rude. It's Iris, of course. Iris.
What?
I wish she'd take better care of herself. We have to plan for our future, you know. What would have happened to her if she had injured herself flying like that?
Harry, please answer this next question honestly.
Okay.
Are you really claiming to have seen this? Are you claiming to have seen the silhouette of the defendant flying over a bridge that was engulfed in flames?
Yep, that's what I saw. That's why I drew it. I'm an artist, a real artist.
Huh?
You'll...
Hi! The girl, she's really high up in this picture.
Nice one, Capcom.
Oh, what was that for?
This is all a bad dream. I was hitting on the cheek to test that theory.
Please whip your own cheek from now on if you wish to test your wild theories.
That would take some talent, being able to whip your own cheek.
Anyway,
On purpose, at least.
no court of law will ever acknowledge that the people can fly.
Tell that to Turnabout Big Top. Actually, there is some precedent for this. She was flying pretty high, my sweet Iris. She was about 30 feet above the bridge, at least. It was really something to see.
This has to be some kind of mistake.
Yes, Larry is some kind of mistake.
Mr. Edgeworth, please bring the witness back down to earth. What? Me? This witness is your friend, is he not?
He is not. Accessory to foolishness, Miles Edgeworth.
Let's get back to the cross-examination. By force, if necessary. Mr. Edgeworth, I expect you to expose the obvious contradiction. Yes, Your Honor. Looks like I've got another reason to remember this moron.
Well, what did you think of my debut piece?
Get that thing away from me!
Larry's sketch added in court record.
Horrible sketch of what he saw the night of the crime.
Wow, I didn't know Edgeworth was such a judgy Jason.
Now, let's hurry up and cross-examine.
pseudonym. I'm an artist. What do you think I was doing? Sketching in front of the bridge. I was whipped up into a frenzy of art. I saw Iris flying, her white hood fluttering. The shock and awe that I was feeling, I transferred it all directly onto the page. Before I realized it, the flames had gone out, and then he came up running.
Oh, we know what the obvious contradiction is. Hood. Ba-boing.
You want to press all his statements anyway, though?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Hold it!
Just where did you see the sight from?
Hey, no need to shout. When I was lying in bed in that rundown shack, the crack of the lightning bolt made me realize that the bridge was burning. I just watched it for a while from there, thinking how nicely it was burning. And after about 5 minutes, I saw it. Is the defendant flying? That's right. That's when I decided to go to the bridge.
I see. That all makes sense.
Hello, Soul Gamer.
Aside from the sketch itself. Yes, the sketch doesn't make any sense. It just seems to convince the artist that his work is ludicrous.
Time to make a DeviantArt account. The shock and awe that I was feeling, I transferred it all directly onto the page. Did you ever have a DeviantArt?
Hold it!
No.
Okay.
We transferred everything directly onto the page, and that is the sketch here.
Yep, sensational, isn't it? Or should that be scandalous? It put my mind at ease anyway. It did? That's right. The reason she didn't come to me, even though I waited for her, was because she was trapped on the other side of the bridge. How was she trapped if she could fly? Could it be that Iris undertook that dangerous, desperate flight in order to reach me? That's gotta be it. Alright, go me. Nice. Ouch! Continue, please. Well, I'm doing just fine. How are you doing, Starburst? Soul Gamer wants to know.
Doing also well.
Okay, we're both doing well. Before I realized it, the flames had gone out, and then he came up running.
Hold it!
You forgot the passage of time to that extent, did you?
Well, once I get caught up in something, I tend to forget everything else.
That's true, he's always been that way. I guess he's not lying about that, at least.
Phoenix Wright appeared on the scene after 11:15. If he was drawing until then, that dispels all doubts.
Aside from doubts of humanity, huh? Eh?
There's a big clue waiting for me in this cross-examination. Testimony does nothing less than mock the court. I am sure that there is a vital kernel of truth hidden in it somewhere. Colonel Sanders, is that you?
Skadoosh.
Larry, what did you really see that night?
I told you, The Incredibles on Blu-ray. It sucked. Cars was better.
Not that I particularly care.
In your position, that's just being irresponsible. I drew exactly what I saw. I'll give you a whole $1 if that is the truth.
If that is truly the case, then there is one thing that we can say for certain.
That Larry Bot sucks.
What might that be? As I just said, Your Honor, Larry Butt sucks. The person who flew over the bridge could not have been the defendant Iris. It was probably right.
What do you mean? I don't understand. Hold on. A foolhardy folly of a foolish statement by an equally foolish foolhardy fool. How exactly can you make this claim?
Unless, Larry, according to this picture, the individual whom you say you saw was wearing a hood, correct? And Wright was wearing a hood that day.
A Of course she was. That rundown shack is quite away from the bridge. Hood is what told me that this floating angel was my Iris. The Hood is my darling Iris, and Iris is my darling Hood, and we're gonna move to the Hood. Whoa! It seems there are bigger fools in this world than there were at the defense's bench.
Larry, there's something you need to be aware of.
You smell.
On the night of the murder, Iris wasn't wearing her hood. She had given it to Wright as a gift. Are you going to change your story now? Perhaps suggest it was Wright who took flight. I mean, he did. Kind of.
What are you talking
He took
about?
a ball. I think you understand what I mean just fine.
Why? Why did Nick have Iris's hood?
What?
Edgy, what's going on with Iris and Nick? Why you, Nick? You dog! Ow, 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 this voice hurts.
Get some water. I do believe
That Larry smells.
this unbelievably mysterious sketch is destined to disappear, discredited and discarded straight into the garbage like Larry.
Somebody get me a lighter. What is it now, Witness? It feels like I've been waiting 25 years for this very day to come.
Okay.
Edgy, today's the day I get to completely stupefy you.
What? You haven't done
I've
that
been
enough
waiting my
already.
whole life for just one.
What's the meaning of your outburst, Witness?
I hate to have to do this, but I have some definitive evidence. Evidence. Iris did indeed come flying over the burning bridge.
Like
And
we're all
I-
just trying to really prove Larry wrong.
Well, if anyone wants to prove Larry wrong, all they really have to do is say, "Your Honor, it's Larry," and the judge will be like, "Understood, guilty." And I, Maurice Stoneham, shall prove it.
I didn't expect to ask this again. We shall be needing your testimony once again.
Unfortunately, Larry.
Tell us anything you know concerning the defendant as depicted in the sketch. And show us your evidence that the nightmare was actually a reality.
Okay, I hope you're ready, Edgy, because I'm gonna feed you a whopping serving of pain.
You've been serving us a whopping serving of pain this whole time, trust me.
Knowing Larry is suffering.
This spray is so funny though.
Proof that Iris flew by Larry Stoneham. When I reached Shusky Bridge, she was already gone. I was so worried, so I frantically searched all over for her. That led me to finding a beautiful crystal sphere, half buried in the snow. I'm sure that Iris was simply wearing a spare hood. After all, no one else could have lost a crystal sphere that night.
Crystal spear.
This one. Pretty, isn't it? But finders keepers, it's spherical! Is that sphere? Where did you find it? Let me see. Around here somewhere? Looks about right. Right here where you see this support material.
It was half buried in the snow.
It had pretty much stopped snowing by then. But there was still some falling as I walked to the bridge.
The court accepts this crystal spear.
That's mine, okay? I want it back afterward.
There's something on it.
Ketchup?
Looks like ketchup.
Tastes like it too.
Oh my! It's blood! What? Blood?
Crystal sphere added to the court record.
Found half covered in snow near Dusky Bridge the night of the crime. Has blood on it. Blood?
You ready, Edgy? By tomorrow morning, you'll be calling me Master Larry. Yeah, I like the sound of that. No one's gonna push me around anymore.
Didn't you want to be called Lawrence Donan only a few minutes ago?
Larice, actually. So now might be a decent time to review the evidence.
Okay. Cool. Is that the answer? Cool. Can you scroll? Is that important right now?
Not right now.
Yeah. Iris
Oh, hey, look, there's the crystal sphere that Larry found.
Cool. Which means that I didn't pull off that. Salutation! Secret! Woo! Map. I'm a map.
Materia.
I'm a map. I'm a map. I'm a map.
The map is like, right in front of Heavenly Hall, you'll find some blue materia. And weather data, we know about that. And occult. What? Wow, Sister Bikini sure is pretty. And here's a photo of Elise Donim.
Wow. That doesn't look like the spear he picked up at all. That was covered in blood.
Wow, she sure does look like a black mage.
Wow, lights out. Woohoo. Stab in the back. Oh, body fell 10 feet after death. Hang on. That seems like a flying body.
What you think that might be Elise?
I don't know. It could be 10 feet. I don't know.
How long is that bridge? Does it say on the map? It does not.
That's good.
Yeah, when we had this map in the Mia case, it had like distance measurements on it, but those aren't there anymore.
Sad.
But anyway, yeah. Stabbed in the back, and you're to blame, darling. You give back
You give
a
back.
bad name.
Damn.
Has that statue always? Did that statue always have crossed legs like that? I don't remember it. I don't remember it being like that.
Damn. Her staff's also not there.
Yeah, the things you notice the things you notice when replaying the game, right? Ooh, train tracks.
Serious. Sorry.
And here's the Sphere.
The spear.
The Sphere. After all, no one else could have lost a crystal sphere that night.
So which one do we present? Do we present the staff or the picture? The picture?
I want to say the picture.
Huh? There we go. Larry. That night, there was someone. Someone who had lost the crystal spear.
There was? Who? Who is this stupid idiot? That sucks, and I hate them.
Miss Elise Donim, the mentor to a stupid idiot.
The victim?
I have a photo of her here. And on the end of the staff, you can see a familiar-looking crystal spear.
Hey, that's my photograph. Give it back. Ouch. A crystal sphere like that is quite easy to find. I have one just like it on my brooch.
They look nothing alike. In any case, please take a look at this. This is the victim's staff found at the scene of the crime. Ah, Mr. Spear is gone.
What? 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 Ow. Ow.
Just what does this
Ow.
mean?
Ow. It means my voice hurts.
If anyone jumped or flew across the bridge that night, it certainly was not Iris after all.
Her power level is way too low.
She was not wearing her hood. More importantly, the crystal spear found the landing site was not hers either. But that means the one who flew and dropped the spear was the victim, Miss Elise O'Neill.
A fool alongside another fool on a fool's errand to reach a foolish conclusion. First of all, this sketch, which I prefer to call a scribble, is ridiculous. People cannot fly except for me, thus it is rejected. Only I can fly. And this crystal sphere, this is nothing more than a red herring.
You honestly believe that?
Give it some thought, and I'm sure you'll realize it as well, Miles Edgeworth. Elise Dunham was in her room on the night of the murder. There was no reason for her to go to Dusty Bridge. Therefore, this sphere cannot be related to this case. That is all.
Miss Franziska von Karma. The only people who accept that explanation are scatterbrains and clowns.
Oh shit, I only just noticed. Soul Gamer followed me 16 minutes ago. Thanks for the follow, Soul Gamer. Why are you pointing at me?
From my side. The victim's crystal spear was found near the bridge on the night of her murder. Yet you expect us to believe this has nothing to do with the case.
That crystal sphere, it was probably thrown away at the bridge after the murder.
After the murder?
There is blood on the crystal sphere, isn't there? This naturally suggests that it was thrown away after the murder took place. The killer placed it there. The killer placed it there to throw the investigation off the scent, which is the exact same reason that he drew that ridiculous sketch. What? You mean I'm the killer? Caught in 4K. No, won't! All joking aside, just when did this crystal sphere appear near the foot of the bridge? Unless this can be proven in some way, I refuse to believe this is related to the case.
It makes a valid point. There's no evidence that Elise Doman left Hazakura Temple that night. However, if somehow this crystal spear can be proven to have been dropped before the victim was killed, then this case is going to transform to something else entirely. Your response, Mr. Edgeworth? I want your final opinion on disposition of this crystal spear. Your mom, Your Honor. If not related to the case, then this witness who you called will have been nothing more than a monumental waste of time.
More than he usually is, I mean. Prepare yourself for some very appropriate punishment, Miles Edgeworth.
Can I prove it? Can I prove that the crystal spear was dropped before the murder took place? Yeah? Half covered in snow, so yeah. prove it. That isn't the issue. Simply prove it. That's the only option. That's what he'd do. That's the way Phoenix Wright would do this. Your Honor, allow me to prove something to you. I prove that this crystal spear is a vital link to solving the case. Then you will do that? You will do what?
That look in your eyes. You remind me of Phoenix Wright when he is cornered.
That should come as no surprise. Because right now I am Phoenix Wright, and I am indeed cornered.
Edward committing identity theft again.
I order you to present your evidence, Mr. Edward. Evidence that proves that the crystal spear was indeed dropped before the murder.
I think it's the weather data.
Again, let's go.
Take that!
Probably not.
Your response, Miss Von Karma?
Maybe it's the spear itself?
Take that!
Okay, that's unintuitive.
Fucking dumb. Fucking dumb. Crystal spear. It was half covered. It was half buried in snow, correct?
That's right. If it hadn't stopped snowing, then it would have been game over. The snow would have totally covered it.
That's all I needed to hear from you, Larry. Your testimony makes one thing quite clear. Well, what? When the crystal spear was dropped, it was snowing, even if it was ever so slightly.
Snowing?
On the other hand, let us look at the scene of the murder. As proven earlier today, there is no snow on the victim's body. Ah! Therefore, the crystal spear must have been dropped before the murder.
But?
Order! On the night of the murder, the victim did indeed go to Dusky Bridge. And there, something occurred that caused the staff's crystal spear to come loose. What? What could that have been? Here, there is some blood on it, isn't there? Allow me to raise a certain possibility of this junction. The real crime scene was near the foot of Dusky Bridge.
The murder didn't take place in the Hazakura Temple courtyard? Only a fool would suggest such a foolish piece of absolute foolishness.
Just who is this fool, and what part is so foolish, Miss Von Karma?
Have you been paying any attention this whole time, Miles Edgeworth? The sister saw everything. He saw the victim being killed by the defendant in the Hazakura Temple courtyard.
That's not exactly true, now is it? Or more precisely, what she saw was the murder weapon being removed from the victim's body.
That's the same thing, totally.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
You said it yourself.
very little blood is actually lost at the moment of a blade's insertion. If you want to talk about when the most blood would be lost from a body, that would be when the blade is removed.
That statement is the truth. The dusty bridge could very easily be the scene of the murder. The murder weapon was not removed, thus there was no bleeding.
You are forgetting one vital thing, Miles Edgeverse. Elise Donham's body was found in Hazakura Temple. On foot, it takes 15 minutes to travel from Dusky Bridge to Hazakura Temple. You mean to suggest someone carried the body all that way?
No, the river then. I made it this far. The only place to take this is to the end. I should prove that my version of the events is also perfectly plausible. Now, if the defense is ready, the court would like to hear an explanation. Please show us the method by which the victim's body was carried to Hazakura Temple. It was the newspaper, Your Honor. Oh. It's the snowmobile, right? No.
Where?
We don't want to mention that. What?
Where is the snowmobile?
That's in, on the other side, isn't it? And tracks?
Where?
Tracks home?
Take that!
On the snowy night. There's no way that a body could have been moved.
There's one way.
The snowmobile.
Ah!
As we know, the snowmobile was used that night. It was explained as having been used to dispose of the murder weapon, but could have also been used to carry a body.
This is completely unacceptable, Miles Edgeworth. You've dug yourself into your own grave.
What do you mean?
The only one who could have used the snowmobile was the defendant. She's the one who moved the body. Doesn't that put the final nail in your coffin?
Oh,
You're too late, Miss Francisca von Karma. In fact, the defense has proven something entirely else. Else entirely. We have shown that this case requires further investigation.
What?
Where was the victim Elise Doman really killed? If her body was moved, wherever for? And finally, just what does this image mean?
Do you even need to think about that? Such a creature could never see the truth, let alone describe it.
This witness certainly sits on one of the lowest possible branches of humanity.
Dude, harsh.
However, he would never utter a lie that could hurt a girl with whom he is enamored. Enamored?
Enamored.
Enamored? Never
Yeah.
have heard that word before. I assume what it means, but I just never heard it before.
Yeah, he would never utter a lie that would hurt a girl with whom he is in love.
He drew this, so it is something that actually happened. The defense stands firm on this point.
Edgy, thank you.
How sells it then? I could not give a verdict under these circumstances. Right. Seem to have fulfilled my part in this. It's just as I thought. Francisca von Karma, you made a wonderful partner.
Excuse me?
There was one reason and one alone for me being here. Expose the darkness lurking in this case, and then pass it on to Right.
So that he can seal it with his keyblade. Really? That's what this was all about? You could have just told me that from the very beginning. Then I wouldn't have had Francie whipping me all. Miles, Edgeverse. I don't care about what you were here to do. This was my chance to finally grind you under my heel.
Shame that their chance seems to have slipped you by.
What a shame, Francie! This is all your fault. Such a terrible witness. You are an affront to all the legal system stands for. Ow, 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 ow. I demand satisfaction.
Cannot believe that the witness testimony relates to an actual event. However, there has to be some sort of answer for the questions it raises. Have the words here today been truth or lies? I don't know. Next time we gather in this courtroom, sort of address. I'm counting on this on thorough investigations by both the defense and the prosecution. And with that, the rest is up to you, Right? Court is now adjourned.
To be continued.
Now, what are you eating?
Alright, we started late and we're at an hour and 21 minutes. Do you want to keep going to the 2-hour mark or call it a night?
We can keep going.
Okay. February 9th, 3:43 a.m. Hottie Clinic Intensive Care Unit.
Not Hottie Clinic. The last hour reading through the trial record of a certain case. The first case my mentor, Mia Fey, had her handled in the court of law.